Hi, this video is going to show you how to download and run the program which can very quickly anonymize your files and folders before you upload them to any of the online analysis programs I've got. Basically, when you upload your files, I've put in place many aspects to stop them from being identifiable and also being visible to other users. However, it's impossible to set that up so that no one can potentially hack into it and gain access to your data. So if you are cautious about the files being seen by other people and you want to anonymize them on your own computer in a way that once you upload them to the cloud, it'll be very, very difficult to re-identify the file names and file folders, then this program might be useful for you. So it's quite simple. Just click this click here button here on the anonymized file and folder names webpage. That'll take you to a Google Drive account where you can download the file. So just download it. It won't take long. It's a very small file, this one. You can only actually run it after you've installed some of my other software, which has the setup.exe application file. So you'll know if you've run that already because it will be installed on your computer and this will work. If not, you'll be able to find the installation software on the web page. So there'll be a link on this page where you've downloaded this program from. So now that you have it, just open it up. So on Windows 10 you'll quite often get this, and Windows 8 I think has the same thing if your Windows Defender is on. So just click More Info and then click Run Anyway. Best place to put it is probably on your desktops where it's nice and visible, and then you can move it after that if you really want to. So just put it straight on the desktop. It'll create its own folder, and I'll click Extract. So that'll be done. It happens in pretty much a blink of an eye. So now we have a folder called Encode and Recode files and folder names. So just double click that, and within that there'll be a Encode and Recode file and folder names application. So just open that one. It's the one with the little sort of little yellow arrow looking thing pointing on it. So now that's open, it's ready to go. Okay, now I'm just going to open up some other My Computer folders just so you can see what's happening when I'm running this. So just have the two of them open. There we go. So they're both showing the exact same path. But essentially what this program does is, and this is what this important means, it basically takes all the folders and files in a location and looks for the subject code and then basically creates a password for it. So just based on number and letter swapping. So that's all done locally on your computer and it's using a random generator for uppercase, lowercase and numbers. So essentially it's going to be very, very difficult for someone, if they do gain access to those files, once they're uploaded onto the internet, to actually figure out what the actual subject codes are or patient codes are. So that just adds an extra layer of security for you. Of course, you can also use this if you aren't uploading stuff to the online analysis program, but if you want to anonymize it and use it for something else. So it's really quite straightforward. So you need to be 2 folders up from where your data files are stored. So in this study example, we have original data. Now here is where we have the subject codes. So it's actually going to take each of these folders, the names, and then use that and look for that and change that based on the password that it sets. So within there we have the date, and within the date we have the subject code and the trials. So this is a randomly generated subject code that we've used previously. Double leg eyes closed, 30-second test 1. Double leg eyes open, 30-second test 1 with connect, some fast gate, some gate speed, some timed up and go. So this is the structure that I tend to have with my data, and I find that it works quite well. Subject code date, so I'll just see if there's one which has multiple dates there. This one has multiple folders, so in each folder that's based on date. So, and this is generated by the programs that I use for data collection. So within the folder it has all the files, regardless of the testing equipment, but they're all saved in that one location. Just makes it easy to organize your data and then reanalyze it and do things like that later on. So there's our subject codes within each of those folders for the subjects. There's another folder, and within that folder is where the data is stored. So if we go up 1 and then up 2, this is the location that we need to be here. So the easiest way to do it is just to go up into this part and just take that segment there and paste it into this folder location. So just Control C to copy that, and then highlight that and press Control V. Now we want to encode, so leave it on encode, and I'll click the run arrow. So a little progress bar will go up, and you'll see here it's just created a folder called Recoded. So within that Recoded folder, we have all of these here. So this is the Recoded folder. So these folders actually match up with these ones here. And within that, the subfolder is recoded and the file is recoded to a point. What it doesn't do is it doesn't change the actual rest of the trial name. This is important because when you're uploading files, if it's all being completely recoded, it can get quite confusing. Whereas here we know that the subject code's being recoded, but we can see it's double leg eyes open, 30-second trial 1. So it's easy to identify what the trials are, just not easy to identify who the trials are from. So that's good for us. So we've got that completely set up there. And then there's this Excel file which has the code in it. So in the top 2 columns, we have, this is the original subject code and this is the new code. So if you ever need to manually go back and match them, you can do it this way. Quite straightforward. So you may want to do that once you download, say, the analyzed data from the online analysis program. If you've done it, it'll be coded like this, and then you'll easily be able to match up to see the original subject folder. So you can just, the best way to do it would probably be to sort it in alphabetical order, which it should already do with my program. It should be in alphabetical order, and then it will match up directly with the data that you download from my program because it's matched in alphabetical order as well. So that's straightforward. And then here we have the actual coding. So the value 0 turned into Q, 1 turned into a capital O, 2 capital N turned into a lowercase n, 3 turned capital L, etc. So we're just going to close that because we don't need that anymore. And we'll go back to this program here. Okay, so now we actually want to, let's say we've done it and we want to convert it back. So click it so it says convert back. Again, it needs to be in that where the original data was. So example original data, because it's basically restructuring itself based on that. So the original data location, we told it, when it recodes the data, it goes up one folder and pastes it there. So you have original data and recoded. So just stay in that original data location. Click your run arrow. And you'll see it's just recoded it all. So we have the original coded ones. So these ones here, which are recoded before, and the new ones. So this here should match up perfectly with these ones. So if we pick, say, C1846, they match up perfectly. If I open that, the folder should be the same. Open that, and they should match up perfectly. And that's pretty much it. You've been able to recode and then convert back your files and folders in a very, very quick and easy way.